Most car buyers think a reputable brand name guarantees reliability. But what if I told you that some of the most trusted manufacturers are now producing vehicles that will leave you stranded on the side of the road? Brands that dominated reliability rankings for decades now, churning out problem-plagued vehicles that hemorrhage money and repair costs after the warranty expires. In this video, we're exposing 7 car makers that have completely fallen off the reliability cliff, ranked from bad to absolute worst based on hard data and real owner experiences. And trust me, number 1 will make your jaw drop. From transmissions failing at 30,000 miles to electrical systems that randomly shut down your vehicle while driving, these once respected brands have betrayed consumer trust in spectacular fashion. While the average vehicle lasts nearly 12 years today, some models from these manufacturers are lucky to hit 6 years without catastrophic failures. Stick with me to the end, because this isn't just a countdown, it's a warning about which badges no longer guarantee the reliability they once promised. Miss this, and you could be stuck with a prestigious nameplate that spends more time in the shop than on the road. Number 7. Jeep. Jeep owners love to say, "It's a Jeep thing." You wouldn't understand. But what many Jeep enthusiasts don't want to understand is just how far this iconic American brand has fallen in terms of reliability. Back in the day, Jeeps weren't exactly Toyota-level reliable, but early Grand Cherokees earned decent marks for dependability. These rugged off-roaders were simple, fixable, and built to take punishment. If something broke, you could usually repair it yourself with basic tools. Fast forward to 2025, and Consumer Reports now ranks Jeep as the 3rd least reliable brand with a pitiful score of 33 out of 100. JD Power's data shows Jeep's problems per 100 vehicles increased by 85 compared to last year alone. The trouble really began with the 2014 and 2015 Cherokee models. These vehicles introduced a 9-speed automatic transmission that had owners pulling their hair out with jerky shifting, random stalling, and complete failures. Some owners reported transmission replacements with fewer than 30,000 miles on the odometer. The 2011 through 2013 Grand Cherokee didn't fare much better, with widespread electrical gremlins that would randomly drain batteries, cause instrument panels to go haywire, or even shut down the engine while driving. What's particularly frustrating is that these aren't just minor inconveniences. When your transmission fails in the middle of nowhere because you actually used your Jeep for off-roading, that Jeep thing becomes an expensive headache. Jeep's consistent ranking at the bottom of reliability surveys suggests their focus remains squarely on off-road capability at the expense of dependability. And while Jeep fans might argue that's a worthy trade-off, your wallet might disagree when facing yet another repair bill. Number 6. Chrysler. Chrysler has been through more identity crises than a teenager with a hair dye kit. Once representing American luxury and innovation, Chrysler has bounced between ownership by Daimler, Cerberus, Fiat, and now Stellantis, and their reliability has suffered with each corporate shuffle. In the 1990s, Chrysler had moments of decent reliability. The Neon, despite its quirks, was relatively dependable for its time. But even back then, Chrysler was never considered a reliability leader, just occasionally acceptable. By 2015, Consumer Reports ranked Chrysler 22nd in reliability, near the absolute bottom. Fast forward to 2023, and their Pacifica minivan scored an abysmal 18 out of 100. Today, Chrysler doesn't even have enough models in production to qualify for a full ranking, a telling sign of the brand's decline. The 2015 through 2019 Chrysler 200 became the poster child for the brand's reliability woes. This mid-size sedan suffered from transmission issues so severe that FCA CEO Sergio Marchionne publicly criticized the car before discontinuing it entirely. Many owners reported complete transmission failures requiring replacement before hitting 60,000 miles. The Pacifica minivan, while innovative with its hybrid option, has been plagued with electrical problems affecting everything from the power sliding doors to the infotainment system. Some owners report their vehicles randomly shutting down while driving, hardly the experience you want when transporting your family. All those corporate mergers and acquisitions over the decades haven't helped Chrysler establish consistent quality control processes. Each new corporate overlord brought different standards, parts suppliers, and design philosophies, resulting in a reliability record that resembles a roller coaster with far more downs than ups. If you're keeping track at home, that's 2 American brands so far. But don't worry, this reliability crisis crosses all borders, as we'll see with our next entry. Before we continue, take a second to hit that subscribe button. We're digging up the reliability dirt that salespeople don't want you to know about, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Number 5. Mercedes-Benz. It might shock younger viewers, but Mercedes-Benz was once the gold standard for bulletproof reliability. In the 1980s and 1990s, Mercedes vehicles weren't just luxury status symbols, they were legitimately over-engineered to last decades. The W123 series from the late 1970s and early 1980s is still considered one of the most reliable cars ever built, with many examples easily crossing the 500,000-mile mark. These cars were built like tanks, with owners joking that they spent more on fuel than on repairs over 20-plus years of ownership. But something changed dramatically in the early 2000s. Consumer Reports ranked Mercedes-Benz 21st in reliability in 2015, citing the CLA class as particularly problematic. While current data is limited due to insufficient survey responses, Mercedes has struggled to shake its reputation for expensive electronic and mechanical failures. The turn of the millennium marked a philosophical shift at Mercedes. The 2006 through 2013 E-Class introduced the complex SBC braking system, which was prone to failure and cost thousands to replace. The 2012 through 2015 class suffered from persistent infotainment glitches and electrical problems that left owners frustrated. What happened? Industry analysts point to several factors. Cost-cutting measures implemented in the late 1990s and early 2000s resulted in lower quality components. At the same time, Mercedes began stuffing their vehicles with cutting-edge electronics that were innovative but unproven. The result was a perfect storm of reliability issues. A Mercedes technician once told me, "The older Mercedes were built to last forever. The newer ones are built to impress for the length of the lease." That statement speaks volumes about the company's change in priorities. While recent models show some improvement, the legendary durability that once defined the brand with the 3-pointed star has faded into automotive history. Today's Mercedes might still turn heads, but they're also turning wrenches at repair shops far more often than their ancestors. Number 4. Ford. Ford has always had a complicated relationship with reliability. The Blue Oval has produced some incredibly dependable vehicles like the Crown Victoria, a car so robust it dominated taxi and police fleets for decades. But for every reliability win, Ford seems to shoot itself in the foot with serious quality problems. The 1990s Taurus was reasonably reliable for its era, though never reaching the heights of Japanese competitors. But recent years have seen Ford's dependability take a serious hit, with Consumer Reports ranking it as the 9th least reliable brand in 2025 with a score of 44 out of 100. The most notorious reliability disaster in Ford's recent history has to be the PowerShift dual-clutch automatic transmission found in the 2012 through 2016 Focus and Fiesta models. These transmissions were so problematic that they spawned class-action lawsuits, with owners reporting shuddering, hesitation, and complete failures. Ford eventually extended warranties and agreed to buy back thousands of affected vehicles. The 2013 through 2019 Escape also contributed to Ford's reliability decline, with numerous engine issues including coolant leaks into cylinders, problematic turbochargers, and electrical gremlins affecting various vehicle systems. Consumer Reports noted a significant drop in Ford's reliability ranking from 2021 to 2022, placing the brand at 18th out of 28. By 2025, Ford had slipped even further, now firmly entrenched among the least reliable automakers. What's particularly frustrating for Ford owners is the inconsistency. The F-1500 truck might be relatively trouble-free, while the Explorer SUV from the same model year becomes a mechanic's retirement fund. This unpredictability makes Ford a reliability wildcard that consumers increasingly aren't willing to gamble on. To Ford's credit, the company has acknowledged its quality issues and pledged to address them. CEO Jim Farley has made improving quality a top priority, But turning around reliability perceptions takes years, not months. For now, Ford remains a brand whose reliability continues to disappoint many loyal customers. Number 3. Volkswagen. Volkswagen, the brand that convinced Americans that German engineering meant bulletproof reliability. In the 1980s and 1990s, models like the Golf and Jetta earned respect for their solid construction and dependable performance. The old air-cooled Beetles were famously simple and fixable, contributing to the perception that VWs were built to last. That reputation has taken a serious beating in recent years. Consumer Reports now ranks Volkswagen as the 4th least reliable brand in 2025, with a dismal score of 34 out of 100. This represents a significant fall from its average reliability ranking in earlier decades. The 2015 Dieselgate scandal not only revealed Volkswagen's willingness to cheat emissions tests, but also coincided with a period of declining build quality. The 2015 through 2019 Golf experienced frustrating infotainment issues and engine problems, while the 2009 through 2012 Jetta suffered from transmission troubles that left many owners stranded. One recurring theme in owner complaints about modern Volkswagens is the complexity of repairs. When something goes wrong, it's rarely a simple fix. Basic components are often integrated into complex systems requiring specialized tools and knowledge to repair. A forum post on Grassroots Motorsports summed it up perfectly. "I love my VW when it works. When it breaks, I question all my life choices." Perhaps most telling is that even die-hard Volkswagen enthusiasts now approach newer models with caution. The brand that once inspired cult-like devotion for its reliability now comes with a mental asterisk. Great to drive, but keep your mechanic on speed dial. Volkswagen has attempted to address these issues in their newest generations, but the damage to their reliability reputation has been substantial. For a brand that once went toe-to-toe with Japanese manufacturers in dependability discussions, their current ranking among the least reliable automakers represents a dramatic fall from grace. Number 2. Nissan. If there's one brand whose reliability decline has broken the hearts of automotive enthusiasts, it's Nissan. Once part of the Japanese Big Three alongside Toyota and Honda, Nissan vehicles were legendary for their durability. The Datsun 510 and 240Z built the foundation, while 1990s models like the Maxima and Altima continued the tradition of rock-solid reliability. Then came 1999 and the Renault Alliance. What followed was a slow but steady erosion of Nissan's reliability reputation, particularly after the introduction of their continuously variable transmissions, CVTs. While Nissan doesn't rank among the absolute worst in 2025 reliability surveys, their absence from the top 10 represents a dramatic fall for a brand that once competed directly with Toyota for dependability honors. The company's reliability issues became so apparent that by 2007, Edmunds forums were already filled with posts questioning Nissan's declining quality. The smoking gun in Nissan's reliability collapse has to be their problematic CVT transmissions. The 2013 through 2016 Altima and 2014 through 2018 Rogue suffered from widespread CVT failures, often requiring complete replacement before hitting 100,000 miles. These transmissions became notorious for shuddering, overheating, and suddenly losing power, sometimes in dangerous traffic situations. Even Nissan's innovative Leaf electric vehicle faced reliability challenges, with the 2011 through 2018 models scoring a mediocre 77 out of 100 from J.D. Power. Battery degradation issues plagued early models, with some owners reporting significant range loss within just a few years. Social media platforms like X, formerly Twitter, feature countless posts from disappointed Nissan owners, with one viral 2018 post declaring, "Nissan quality isn't what it used to be. Third transmission in 70,000 miles. Never again." This sentiment reflects the betrayal felt by loyal customers who expected Japanese reliability but received something far less. What makes Nissan's decline particularly tragic is that it wasn't inevitable. It appears to be the direct result of corporate decisions to cut costs, extend service intervals, and push unproven technology into the market before it was ready. For a brand that once built its reputation on bulletproof reliability, Nissan's current standing represents one of the most dramatic falls in automotive history. Number 1. Volvo. Who would have thought that Volvo, the brand synonymous with tanks disguised as cars, would top our list of reliability disappointments? Yet here we are, with the Swedish manufacturer that once built indestructible bricks on wheels now struggling with dependability issues. Volvo's reputation for durability reached mythic proportions in the 1980s and 1990s. The 240 series achieved legendary status for longevity, with many examples easily crossing the 300,000-mile mark with basic maintenance. In fact, a Volvo holds the Guinness World Record for highest mileage vehicle, with over 3 million miles on the odometer. The decline began in the 2010s, particularly after Chinese automaker Geely acquired Volvo in 2010. By 2018, Consumer Reports ranked Volvo dead last in reliability with a score of just 22 out of 100. While there's been slight improvement since then, Volvo still ranked 15th in 2025 with a disappointing score of 38 out of 100. The 2016 XC90, representing Volvo's ambitious technological leap forward, became the poster child for their reliability struggles. Owners reported persistent infotainment glitches, engine issues, and electrical problems. Consumer Reports gave it a reliability rating of just 2 out of 5. Even older models like the 2004 and 2005 XC90 developed a reputation for excessive oil consumption. Volvo's reliability journey tells a cautionary tale about the costs of technological complexity. The brand that built its reputation on simple, overbuilt mechanical components now produces vehicles packed with cutting-edge electronics and ambitious powertrains. While these features impress on the showroom floor, they've proven less durable in the real world. A particularly telling statistic: in 2020, Volvo's reliability was average according to Consumer Reports. Just 1 year later, in 2021, it had plummeted to 20th out of 28 brands. By 2025, despite some improvements, Volvo remains firmly among the least reliable automakers, a stunning reversal for a brand once defined by durability. The old joke that Volvos are built to last forever has been replaced with a new reality. Today's Volvos are built to impress for the warranty period. For longtime Volvo enthusiasts, this transformation represents perhaps the most dramatic reliability decline of any major automaker. Speaking of reliability problems, you know what else these declining brands struggle with? Safety systems that actually work when you need them most. If you thought unreliable transmissions were bad, wait until you see what happens when these vehicles face emergency maneuvers. Want to see something truly shocking? Head over to our video, 20 trucks that failed the dreaded moose test, right now. Some of these same manufacturers appear there too, and you'll never look at truck safety the same way again.